2 paths lead to the monastery fortress from the villages below it. Zaya begins. I follow her eyes and see a pair of golden stairways that stretch down from the mountain temple to the farmhouses below. Each wood-woven home probably has a whole family inside it. There, mortals are born, die, and most importantly, create new songs. Probably with harps and drums. Maybe flutes? I should make a reed flute later. First, I need to fluff my cloak. Did I remember to clean my feathers? The town below must have an inn. A bottle of wine would be great right now. Rakan, Zaya says. Crap. She was telling me the plan. I focus back on her face, on her crooked smile. The sunset's last rays reflect in her eyes. I love her eyelashes. I want to repeat it back to me. Something in the monastery. She was, I rendezvous with you at... I say, but I've already lost the thread. I pull at one of the feathers on my head, hoping to pluck the idea from it. A tiny shimmer of light glistens from her scrumptious bottom lip. Are her lips purple today? They were violet yesterday. They will kill me if they catch me, she says. The shock of that thought takes my breath. I feel my face twist into a snarl. Who? I demand. The guards, she replies. It's always the guards. Then I'll distract them. When? She points to the sky. Look for a green flash before the sun sets. Then draw the guards away from the western walls while I run along the ramparts to the cells. I put on a show the moment the sun sets, I say. Where do you want to meet? At the gate. I'll throw a golden blade to the sky, but you have to be there in 10 breaths, Zaya says, plucking a feather from my cloak. I will be at the gate the moment you throw the blade, I say. Nothing in my life is more certain than that. I know. She nods and begins telling me the safest path to take. She plans things, which is why I know she will be okay. Wow, the sky is gorgeous right now. That cloud is shaped like an eggplant. I saw a dog once. I do not like these steps. I do not like them. The gold leaf covering the stone is almost the same color as my feathers. It's infuriating. I consider changing their hue, but it would take some magic. Damn, I can't be tired when she needs me. Zaya probably sent me this way knowing my plumage would blend in here. A red cape would look better against these steps. Maybe indigo? What's around this corner? More steps. Only humans would cut stone into flat shapes to make a mountain boring. I should climb the cliff. Zaya said to take the steps. I'm pretty sure. I pick up some pebbles and begin to juggle them. I hear the magic writhing north of me, within the twisting roots of Lorati Forest. The forest songs finds its way into my head, and I begin to sing it. What was that? A voice echoes from above. An entryway! A human guard appears. His clothing is dark as shadow. Who are you? He demands. I am Rakan, I reply. How can anyone not know that? Who? I don't like him. I hate him more than steps. I am Rakan, the battle dancer of the Lotlan tribe. I am the song of the morning. I am the dance of the midnight moon. I am the charm that... It's that Vestayan entertainer, another guard interrupts. He too wears boring clothing. Clothes I haven't seen in this area before. The first guard wears a shiny golden amulet on his chest. I snatch it from him. Hey! What's this? I ask. He doesn't deserve this. Whatever this is. He grasps for it, but I flip around my hand while still juggling the pebbles in the other. Give me that! I flick each stone into his face. No? I say. Then, as innocently as I can, I ask, is it important? He draws a pair of hooked swords. I take one away from him before he can raise them. Open the gates! I'll give you back this, shiny thing. I offer as I twirl his amulet in my palm and then send it spinning up my arm. Instead, the rude fool swings at me. I flip over his attack and land behind him. He turns to slash again. I dive under his blade, using my rear to knock him off balance. He falls down the steps with a scream. The other guard watches his friend tumbling away, then looks back at me. I shake my head at him. Honestly, how can anyone not know who I am? This one stabs at me with his spear. I twist past him, allowing my feathered cloak to envelop him for a moment. Blinded, he stumbles and trips over himself. He falls onto his shield and shoots down the stairway with a clacking sound. Well, until he crashes into his friend on the first landing. The impact sends them both sprawling. I laugh. Now I get steps. You are terrible dancers, I say as I check my cloak for dirt. The two people stumble to their feet, glaring up at me. You okay? I ask, thankful for the amusement. They roar as they rush up the steps. Ungrateful bastards. I leap away from them and ask, wanna know the difference between a party and a fight? They slash their weapons at me, again and again. One is an entertaining day, I say as I send them back down the stairs. The other is shorter. A deafening gong sounds behind me. I smile. The fun part begins. You gotta do better than that! I yell, taunting my pursuers as I run. I do need to get out of here, though. There are 20 guards now. Okay, maybe 30? More than lots. Running through their sleeping chambers was a bad idea. However, it did give me a chance to freshen up. Some of the men have those strange crossbows. They use fire from a tube. They had a name. I'm gonna call them Tubebows. Their shots explode around me, eating the holes into the walls as I dive out of the room. I slide into the courtyard, performing a full twist to give it some flair. The gate is open. I could run for it, but Zaya needs me. Hidden in an alcove, a guard swings at me with a large tubebow. Or is it bow too better? He pulls at the trigger. I leap toward him, diving over his shot. What's a good rhyme for tubebow? I ask out loud. I kick the guard up in the air. As he falls, I spin and introduce my hand to his cheek. The sound is louder than his weapon. Oh, slap! I say, mimicking its intensity. The human rolls to his feet, pulling a short sword. How are you not getting the message? I wonder if I can find a kitchen. That's where the chocolate would be. The light in the sky is changing. I leap back into the air to check the sun's location again. It disappears behind the hills, and an orb of green light flashes above it. Party time! I scream. Now the entire castle is chasing me. Surrender yourself, a guard in a metal hat yells. No, I am distracting you, I reply. He looks at me confused. I'm gonna slap him next. A hail of arrows launches from the opposite wall. I swerve through them, enjoying the whistle they make as their fletching passes me. Would I look good in a metal hat? The golden blade hangs in the air for a second before falling. Zaya is ready to go. I take my first breath. She said I had 10, but 4 breaths is much too long. I need to know she's safe. Wanna see some sweet moves? I ask the nearest human. He doesn't seem enthused. I roll through the group and appear behind him. He turns just in time to make my cloak halfway. My feathers spin him up into the air like a top. 12 spins is my record, but that was on a hill. Second breath. The human slams into the ground after 9 rotations. Damn, I don't have time to try that again. Third breath. I have to make it back to where she needs me. Back to Zaya. I leap up at the rampart, then bound off its roof toward the gate. I take the fourth breath in midair. Zaya runs toward the gate with some fancy juluas. They are hairy where they have colored feathers. They must be from the Sajoko tribe. Too formal looking, but I do like the thick ridge of hair that flows along the back of their forearms. I should make my feathers do that. The eldest one, Sorong, seems like a terrible idea. "We'll never make it," he cries. "They have rifles." "You mean the Tubebows?" I ask. Akunir stares at me blankly. "Those are out of ammo," I explain. "The Zini longbows too." "What? How?" "I am Rakan," I explain. "I expect this from humans, but my own kind?" "All of you, run for the tree line," Zaya says. A dozen men, covered in flour and chocolate, run out from the guardhouse, mixed with eggs. They would make a thing called cake. Pies are better though. "Run!" Zaya yells. When the old Julo fails to move, I pull him along. Kal kneels beside her guard's body. She and Zaya pray that his spirit finds our lands. One of his horns is broken. Blood pools in the leaves around him. Kal removes the last arrow from his corpse. He carried her all the way here, even after the wounds the humans did on him. This Juloa should not have died. Someone loved him. They will sing his songs. But only silence will answer. My eyes are well with tears. Softly, I sing for his loss and his family's. Zaya stands with her fist clenched. She won't grieve now. Instead, the pain will find her tonight when she thinks I'm asleep. That is her way. I will kiss away her sorrow then. The consul named Akunir. He might have been a battle dancer when he was young. He and Zaya begin arguing about politics. Kal kisses the forehead of her guard. Her jaw is tight. She holds an anger stronger than Zaya's. She glares at her husband, Akunir. She has been waiting for him to listen for far too long. "I will go back north, Akunir," Kal says as she rises. "I will tell them what was done to us." Her arms are as tight as branches, rigid against her sides. "Kal, no!" Akunir protests. "I will bear word of Juraville's fate to his kin and mourn with them," she says. That must have been the guard's name. Perhaps he was kind. I like the smile lines on the side of his face. "Then I will muster arms and prepare the tribe to fight." "You cannot do that!" the consul yells. "I forsake my claim to you. I forsake your claim to me," she speaks coldly. Akunir looks like he's been stabbed. He did not see this running down the hillside, or in the forest, or beside the dead guard. It was decided long ago. Moons ago. "Kal, please." "No," she states simply. He moves to grab her. I block him. "I will speak with my mate," he says. I can feel his breath on my chin. He ate gulo fruit recently. My nose nearly touches his forehead. He glares up at me. I simply shake my head and shrug. I don't need words. For this, silence is better. His remaining two guards tense. They don't want to dance with me. I am Rakan. They know my name. They glance nervously to Zaya holding her blades. They know her name too. "Thank you, Zaya," Kal says before limping away. Akunir and his guards watch her go. Wordlessly, they set off to the south, leaving us alone. I move close to Zaya. I feel her sadness for Jurov, Kol, and for Akunir. I'll drink wine tonight. Then I'll sing weird songs. Promise me nothing will come between us like that, Mieli, she says. We're not like them, Miela. We'll never be like them, I reply. I can feel her worry. She's smarter than me about so many things, but foolish about love sometimes. Where to now, Zaya? Let's just stay here a moment longer. I wrap my cloak and arms around her. I will tickle her later. We will laugh and drink. She will plant, and I will sing. I feel her cheek on my chest. I'm glad that Zaya needs me now. Repeat it back to me, she says. We are not like them. I say again. We are not like them. Hi, Saki here. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that I was able to bring you some happiness, peace, and comfort. If you want to support me on Twitch, feel free to. I stream about every day. You can also subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would make me really happy. You can also find me on Patreon, Discord, or Twitter. Thank you so much for everything you guys do for me. I really appreciate it. Now, take care. Mwah.